Some say love is a burning thing, and that it makes a fiery ring. I know that love is a fading thing, just as fickle as a feather in a stream. See, honey, I saw love, or it came to me, put its face up to my face so I could see. And I saw love disfigure me into something I am not recognizing. September 23rd, 1970, on the Johnny Cash Show. Johnny's guest is Ray Charles. Johnny mentions that Ray has a new album of country songs called Love Country Style. Ray Charles laughs and says, "You know that city love ain't quite like country style." "No, it's a little bit different," Johnny says, and everyone laughs. And Ray says, "Well, here's a little song called Ring of Fire." He says the title of the song like it burns his mouth. He supposedly kicked heroin in 1966. But the way his body is pulsing, it looks like he's on cocaine. You can see electricity running through his body, and every word he says, delivered with a delicious joy. If he is on drugs, it is quite an argument for doing drugs. The song begins with a large unseen band backing Ray. They have a very groovy 70s feel, light years away from the mariachi-influenced country folk of the original. When Ray sings one line and leaves a space that was normally occupied by a horn line in Cash's version, there's just this big, deep groove into which we can push all our secret physical urges. The most compelling moment comes at the breakdown after the first chorus. Ray stops playing piano and looks up with joy and just spasms for a few seconds as the bass line keeps going. He lets out a "ah!" and then comes in right with the band. If you notated this moment on a score, there'd be nothing in his part except for several rests. But it's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen a musician do. He's just silently convulsing with the rhythm as though doing so were more important than any notes he could play. Wherever he is, the invisible bass player seems taken aback and loses the tempo, but then Ray comes back in and syncs up with the big brass hits. If the subtext of the song really is about a certain female body part, Ray takes that subtext and explodes it all over the rhyme, and on the last chorus, he gets really quiet, starts to sound a little unearthly. "That ring of fire, that ring of fire," he chants, then his voice falls to just an ominous whisper. "It burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire." As the band behind him dies out, Ray is still going like he doesn't want the song to end, and he lets out one last shudder and cackle like he just invented the orgasm. "Burns, ah ha ha ha." The crowd gives a standing ovation, and Johnny returns to the stage, looking like a man who just watched someone have sex with his wife, but was so in awe of how good he was at it that he could only thank him. Some say love is a burning thing, that it makes a fiery ring. Oh, I saw love as a Cajun thing, just a killer come to call from some awful dream. All you folks who come to see, you just stand there in the glass staring at me. Oh, my heart is wild, my bones are steel. I could kill you with my bare hands if I was free.